Hey, this is Dave from Unipro, and in this video, I'm gonna help you optimize your Facebook professional mode profile so you can grow a bigger audience, you can attract more leads, you can make more sales all through Facebook. Specifically, we're gonna look at 4 things in this video. We're gonna look at what is Facebook professional mode, what are the advantages of turning on your Facebook professional mode, how can you optimize your personal profile once you turn on professional mode, and then how can you protect your privacy when you're operating in professional mode. So we've got some really important things to cover. Let's dive in. So nowadays, if you're using Facebook to grow your business, you probably noticed that there are a lot of options. You can use your personal profile. Maybe you started a business page. Maybe you created your own Facebook group. You're building a community. And most recently, Facebook introduced what's known as professional mode profiles. And this might leave you feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Which of these different types of tools, which of these types of pages fits best with your business? Which one is going to get the results that you're looking for? Now, some people will say you got to use them all. You need to be doing everything out there. And that's simply not the case. There are some of these tools that are going to fit better with your business depending on the type of business that you run. And in most cases, if your business has some sort of online component, you're selling something online like an online course or online coaching, some sort of app, then you probably will want to be using Facebook's professional mode. And that's what we're going to cover right here. So let's start by talking about what is professional mode. Well, traditionally, there were 2 different ways that you could use Facebook. If you were a business operating on Facebook, you use something like this. I'm over on one of the first business pages I ever created for one of my very first online businesses. It was a fitness business called Make Your Body Work. And the strategy here, when you created a business page for your business, the strategy was to do this, to get people to like your page and to follow your page. And then as you created content on your business page, the idea was that more people would see that content, and then you could advertise to those people and hopefully make some sales. That's the good news, is business pages were really built to monetize, to help your business earn money, specifically through running ads. The downside of using Facebook business pages is over the last few years, the reach of your posts will dramatically have declined. And what does that mean? It simply means when you create content through your business page, very few, if anyone, is going to see that content. So in this case, even though I've got 4,600 people who like, 4,600 people who follow this page, if I were to create a post using this business page, probably there would be very few people who would actually see that piece of content. And that's a problem.
We gotta fix it.
Let's contrast that with the other way that you could be using Facebook, and that's through your personal profile. Here I am over on my personal profile, and your profile is usually branded with your personal name. So in this case, it's Dave Smith. And here's where you would connect with friends and family members. You'd share updates about your life. You keep in touch with other people and see what's going on in their personal lives. Now, the neat thing about traditional profiles is that you get great reach. It's the exact opposite of a business page. When you post on your personal profile, a lot of people are going to see that post. And that makes sense. The whole reason most people are on Facebook is so that they can connect with friends and family. So Facebook has to show your content to people who are in your Facebook network. That's a great thing. The downside of personal profiles traditionally has been that they weren't intended to be monetized. Facebook hasn't traditionally given you any tools that are going to help you grow your business, get a business audience, and make sales. But that begs the question, what if you could take the benefits from a business page and combine that with the benefits of a personal profile? And that's exactly what Facebook has done. It's like it took a business page and took a personal profile, put them into a blender, spin that blender up, and produced a smoothie. And that smoothie is a Facebook professional mode profile, and it's got a lot of benefits. First, a professional mode profile will allow your content to be seen by a lot of people, very similar to a traditional personal profile. But the neat thing about professional mode profiles is that it's not just your friends and family who are going to be seeing the content that you create. You can reach a much wider audience. In fact, take a look at what Mark Zuckerberg said. He says, AI recommended content from accounts you don't follow is now the fastest growing category of content on Facebook's feed. So he's saying that when someone logs into Facebook, they're going to start seeing content from people who they don't even follow, from people who they're not actually friends with. And this is one of the advantages of professional mode. I'll show you in just a second. To go on, he says, since introducing these recommendations, they've driven a 7% increase in overall time spent on the platform. So Zuckerberg is saying, hey, we've noticed that it really helps people stay on Facebook when we show them content from people or businesses who they're not actually connected with. And this is a great thing for you because as you create content, again, it's not just your friends and family who are going to see it. You have an opportunity to be discovered by complete strangers. Check out the final thing he says. This improves the experience because you can now discover things that you might not have otherwise followed or come across. So as you create content for your business, there is a good chance now that people who need to see that content but don't know about you are going to see it. Let's go over and take a look specifically at why that's the case when you turn on professional mode. Here's one of the benefits that Facebook specifically mentions when you turn on professional mode. It says, get discovered. Once you turn on professional mode, you're now eligible for Facebook to recommend your content or recommend that people follow your profile. That's exactly what Zuckerberg was just talking about. When you turn on professional mode, now your content can be seen by over 3 billion people who are active users on Facebook, and that's super powerful.
That is very cool.
This ties into the second benefit of turning on professional mode. When I'm over on my profile here, you'll see that as I scroll down, let's go take a look at my friends. You can see that right now I've got 4,901 friends. Well, you probably know that Facebook caps your personal profile at just 5,000 friends. So that's the maximum size of audience that you could have using a traditional personal profile. However, check this out. As I scroll back up here, you'll notice that I've also got 8,300 followers. These are people who are following me because they want to see my content, but they're not necessarily a personal friend or family member. And this is a huge benefit of professional mode, is it allows you to grow your audience infinitely. You can have as many followers as you like. And so when you combine that with the fact that Facebook is allowing people to discover your content, there's a high chance that they're going to want to see more of your content. Therefore, they're going to become your follower and your audience is going to grow. Now, the third benefit of turning on professional mode is monetization. When you turn on professional mode, you're saying that you're using your personal profile for business purposes, and therefore Facebook is going to give you a lot of tools that are going to help you make more money on Facebook. Here I am over in my account, and you can see that I've got something called stars, ads on reels, bonuses, in-stream ads. These are all different monetization tools that allow me to earn money simply by creating content on Facebook. These are amazing. If you take a look at the description of this video, you'll see I linked to a video that's all about monetizing through your Facebook professional profile. So definitely check that out if you're interested in learning more about these monetization tools. And then the fourth benefit of turning on your Facebook professional mode is that now you're gonna have access to business analytics. Take a look. I'm over in my professional dashboard, and you can see that I've got all sorts of statistics about how many people I'm reaching with my content, how much engagement I'm getting, which types of pieces of content are doing the best. And we're gonna dive into more of this in just a few minutes, but I want you to understand that this is a huge benefit of using professional mode. Previously, this wasn't available on personal profiles. It was only available on business pages. And so when the two types of these accounts were combined and put into a professional mode, this has become a huge advantage for you if you're using your profile to grow your business. So hopefully you're bought in. You see the benefits of turning on Facebook's professional mode for your profile. But now let's take a look at how do you actually optimize your profile so that you're able to grow your business as quickly as possible. Well, let's take a look. I'm gonna go over to my personal profile. And the first thing that you're gonna need to do is to turn on professional mode. And if you haven't done that already, here's how you do it. You go over to these three dots, you click on the three dots, and then scroll down, and there will be an option here that says turn on professional mode. And you're gonna click that, and that will allow you to turn on professional mode. You can see mine says turn off professional mode because mine is already turned on. Now, if you get over here and you don't see the option to turn on professional mode, I have created a whole video about how to get that option revealed. Take a look at the description of this video. You can watch that video and you can get your turn on professional mode available to you under those three dots. So that's the first step, turn it on. Now you really want to optimize your profile knowing that no longer is your profile just used to share updates about your personal life with your friends and family. Now you have people following you specifically to learn about your business. And so you want to do just that. You want to tell people about how you can help them, about what it is that you have to offer. So here are the steps that you're going to need to follow to optimize your profile. First is this, the banner image. Now, I know some people are going to tell you that your banner should look like a billboard. It should be a big buy now or sign up here or book a call billboard for your business. And personally, I disagree. We have a lot of data that suggests that if you do that, if your banner is very salesy, you're actually going to repel followers and therefore your audience isn't going to grow. And so in my case, I like my banner to look professional. It tells a little something about me as a person. In this case, I put my favorite Bible verse. It looks professional, but definitely not salesy. That's number one. Next, you want to go down and take a look at your profile picture. You want your profile picture, again, to look professional, and you want it to look inviting. So just be sure to have a professional looking picture of just you smiling. Again, someone who looks warm and inviting. Next, we want to go down to your intro. This is your bio line here, and you can see that it says edit bio, and you can edit this. In your bio line, you have 101 characters where you can tell something about you or tell something about your business. Now, one tip I would give you when you're optimizing this for your professional profile is keep in mind that people who are going to be following you, again, they're going to be interested in you and your business. So typically you'd want to have a call to action related to your business. Let's take a look at mine. Mine says, I'm a husband, I'm a dad. So it starts out with some personal things about me, but I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm also all about building community. And then I give a link here that allows people who are interested in more about my business, they can click that. And where does it take them? Well, it takes them over to one of my Facebook groups where they can request to become a member. And so you need to think about what sort of link or call to action do you want here? Maybe you're looking to grow a Facebook group as well. Maybe you want people to go to your website. Maybe you want people to go download some sort of resource. But having a call to action in your bio that's specifically targeting the type of Facebook followers you want to have, that's going to be very important for you. Now we're going to take a look at the rest of your bio here, and I want you to notice something because this is going to become very important in just a second. Notice that my bio information only lists 4 things. So it says the profile type. In this case, I've listed myself as a public figure. When you turn on professional mode, you need to choose what type of profile this is. We're going to take a look at options and where you can edit this in just a second. I've chosen public figure. I've intentionally left my city, my current city listed. So I live in Vancouver, British Columbia. I have the fact that I'm married here, and I'll tell you more about that in just a second again. And then I have one website. This goes over to our software product called Unipro. So remember this, just these 4 pieces of information. Again, I'm going to show you why in just a second. Let's click on edit details. And you're going to see here's the opportunity where you can edit all these details. First, let's take a look at this. Profile. I've got public figure type listed. When you turn on your professional mode, this is automatically going to be turned on. So you can see when I hover over this toggle switch, notice the little circle with the cross through it. That's saying that I can't turn that off. I'm declaring that my profile is being used for professional purposes. Therefore, I have to choose a profile type. When we click on the pencil icon, click on this, and then you're going to scroll to the bottom of the page, and here's where you can choose what type of profile you want. So I can click on the pencil again, and mine's listed as public figure type. That's probably a good one for you. Another popular one that you may want to choose from is called digital creator. I'm going to leave mine as is, so I'm going to click on cancel, and then let's go back and we're going to take a look at the rest of the editing details. So that explains your profile type. I'm going to scroll through here, and you're going to notice that I don't have anything listed for work. I don't have anything listed for pronouns. I've turned off the visibility of my education. I'll explain why in a second. I've left on my city, I've left on my relationship status, and I've got one website showing. Now, why is this? Why did I choose those 4 pieces of data? Well, I'm actually going to explain this by going and looking at a different profile. Let's go over to another profile, and I think you're going to see why I've chosen to leave just those 4 options visible to the public. Let's go over to Carol's profile here. And Carol, if you watch this, please no offense taken. What I'm about to share is something that I could share about many, many different profiles. Yours just happened to come across my Facebook account, and so I'm going to use yours as an example. So Carol here, first off, you notice that she's got a banner image that's quite a salesy image. And I want you to think about how you would feel if Carol reached out to you or you came across Carol's content and it looked like Carol's maybe trying to sell you into some sort of academy. There might be a chance that you'd say, okay, I'm not going to follow Carol, or I don't want to engage with her, or if she messages me, I'm not going to respond. When we scroll down here, you'll see that Carol does use her intro to talk a little bit about what her business is about, but notice there's no call to action, so there is a missed opportunity here. Then when we get into our profile, this is the thing that I really want you to take a look at. Comparing this to my profile, where you saw 4 pieces of information, look at all the information in Carol's profile. What does this make you think or feel? Well, if you're like many people, this seems a little bit overwhelming. Should I be going over to see what Carol's doing on Instagram? Should I be going to one of these 3 different links that are listed here? Should I be clicking on some of these interests that Carol's listed? There's a whole lot to do here. Compare this again when we go back over to my profile, and you'll see that there's just 4 things. It says I'm a public figure. It says I live in Vancouver, I'm married, and here's one place that you can go. Now, for me, the reason that I've left location on is because many of the businesses and the clients that I work with are from North America, Canada, and the United States. And so I simply want them to see that I'm in a similar geographic region to them. The reason I have married left on is because my wife Lucy and I, we work in our business together. So if someone is going to be following me, they're probably going to see a lot of my wife as well. And you may choose to hide these, but the goal really here is to keep this super simple so that you again have maybe one call to action, an important call to action, one place for people to click and to move on to learn more about what it is that you do. We want to avoid overcomplicating things. So let's go back over into editing details. We're going to walk through the rest of these options here. So we just covered the main details here on this page. I'm now going to click on any of these pencil icons, and it's going to take me over to a page that looks like this where there's a lot more information that you can edit. Let's click on the overview here, and you're going to see that I have my location. This world icon here means that this is set to public. And if you want to change the privacy of any of these, all you do is click on the little icon, and then you can choose to show it to only your friends accept certain people, or you could choose a specific list, or you could keep this available only for your eyes only. In this case, I have my location, and then I have my marital status here listed as public, as we just reviewed. Let's go to work and education. You're going to notice that I don't have any workplace listed, and that my education is set to friends only, so it's not public. Again, I don't want to clutter that bio space. Let's go to places that I've lived, and again, notice that all of these are hidden for my friends only. The only one that's public is my current city. All this other information is irrelevant. I want to keep my profile simple, and so do you. Let's go over to contact and basic information. As you scroll through here, you can see that I've got one link that's public. I've got my Instagram listed for my friends only, and then that's about it. I have my public figure listed as public, and again, that's mandatory once you turn on professional mode. Let's go to privacy and legal. In this section, you don't need to do anything. Profile transparency. This is where Facebook lists any ads that you're running through your professional mode profile. So remember that we said that business pages used to be the only place where you could run ads? Well, now when you turn on professional mode, you can also run ads through your professional mode profile. Let me show you. You'll notice that it says this profile is not currently running any ads. I personally don't use paid advertising for my business, so my ads are turned off. But if someone was using ads and you click on see all, you'll notice that you can go to what's called an ad library. And this is public information where anyone can take a look at any ads that are being run by any business page or any professional mode profile. And so for you, if you have any ads running, you'll see those ads here. For me, you can see that I don't have any ads running. Let's go back and we're gonna click through here. Let's go down to family and relationships. You'll notice that I've got my marital status again listed as public, and then I have everything else locked down in terms of other people who I'm related to on Facebook. Again, I'd recommend that you do something similar. Details about you. Notice that I don't have any details. I don't want people to get distracted by what my favorite TV show is or my favorite quote or anything like that. I want to keep my professional mode profile very simple and streamlined to drive people to take more actions that are going to move them towards becoming a paying customer. That's what you want to do as well. Don't distract your audience. And then finally over here in life events, you may see some life events listed here, but these aren't going to show up in your public bio, so you don't need to worry about these. Now, after you've gone through and you've optimized your professional mode profile based on all the settings that we just took a look at, it's really helpful to go and view your profile as a stranger might see it. So here's how you can do that. You're gonna go over to these three dots, click on the three dots, click on view as, and then you'll notice that it says this content on your profile is public. So what you're about to see is what your profile looks like to someone who might come across your business, come across one of your posts. Maybe they decided to follow you. Here's what they see. And for mine, again, when you go down to the intro, there's the bio line, there's the call to action, and there's my very simplified bio that's not gonna distract anyone from doing the steps that I want them to do. Yours should look something like this. So once that all looks good, we're gonna click exit view as, and now we wanna go over and take a look in your professional mode dashboard. There are a few settings that we wanna take a look at there as well. So to get there, what you're gonna do is you're gonna click on view tools. And as I mentioned, the first thing that you're gonna notice here in your professional dashboard is there's a lot of statistics. You can click on your profile, you can take a look at your engagement statistics, you can take a look at your interactions, you can go and take a look at specific pieces of content by clicking on content, seeing which type of content is working best for your audience. You can take a look at your audience stats to see who it is that you're attracting to your pieces of content. But really what we want to focus on is over here on the left-hand side, we're going to go down to moderation assist. There is a setting here that you're probably going to want to use to optimize your profile. So you can see moderation assist. It says you can assign actions for moderation assist to perform automatically on your behalf. You can access this tool anytime from your professional dashboard. So in short, what this does, it allows you to automate some actions based on the piece of content that you create. So you can see down here, what I'm doing is I'm having my professional dashboard manage comments that get posted on my content. So it says if any one of these criteria is met, the comment will be auto hidden. Really what this is doing is it's acting as a spam filter. So as you start creating content through a professional mode dashboard, remember that content is public for anyone because you're trying to attract followers outside of your existing network. And there is a chance that when your content goes public like that, there's a chance that you might get someone who spams or someone who writes something that you don't want on your post. Here's where you can auto filter those types of comments out. So what you can do is you can click on add and you'll see that there's a whole bunch of different options as to the types of comments that you want automatically filtered off of your content. I'm going to show you how I have mine set up. You probably want to follow something similar to mine. I have author does not have any friends or followers. I have that turned on. That simply means if someone doesn't have friends or followers and they comment on my stuff, good chance that they're a spammer. I don't want their comment to show. If someone posts a comment that includes some sort of profane language, also that's going to be eliminated from my content. If the author has had their Facebook account for 1 week or less, there's a good chance that that account was created for spam purposes. I don't want to allow them to engage on my content. If the author has had 3 comments reported, deleted, or hidden by the admins in the past 30 days. So if someone's out there and they're getting reported as spam on other people's content, I don't want them engaging on my content either. And then finally, if the author does not have a profile picture, again, I don't want them engaging with my content. So you're probably going to want to set up moderation assist, something like this. Let's go back. And there's one more section where you are going to want to change a setting. Click on fan engagement. And when you come to fan engagement, you may or may not already have these options turned on. So these are badges. It says turn on these badges types and make them public and visible to my community. So what Facebook is doing is it's looking to drive community by awarding people badges when they engage with your content. So it can make people feel special. You'll notice that I have top fan turned on as a badge, and this is a new one called Rising Fan. You may or may not be able to turn this one on. Right now I found that if I turn this on, it does automatically turn off, which suggests that Facebook is still rolling this feature out. If you can turn these on, you're gonna wanna have them both on. It's just gonna help you improve your engagement on your pieces of content that you post through your professional profile. Now at this point, you might be asking about privacy. I mentioned earlier that when you create content through a professional mode personal profile, it's visible to the entire world. And that's intentional. You're saying that you're using your personal profile for business purposes, therefore you wanna reach as big of an audience as possible. But what if you want to keep some of your posts private? Well, let me show you what you can do. I'm going to go back to my personal profile here. I'm going to go down to my first piece of content here. So let's imagine that this was a personal piece of content. Let's say I shared something that I only wanted my family to see. What you can do is click on the three dots for that particular post. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go down to Edit Audience. And by default, all the content that you create when you have professional mode turned on, by default, it's always going to be public. But you can go and edit that. You can say that only your friends can see it. Or you could say friends accept. And then you can choose specific people who can't see that post. Or you could choose only yourself or only specific friends. If you click only specific friends, maybe you could choose a dozen of your family members. And maybe it's a family post that you only want them to see. So this is a helpful feature because even if you're using professional mode, it doesn't mean that you don't have any privacy controls over any of your content. Now, having said that, you may be wondering, well, what about the content that I created before I turned on my professional mode? And I'm going to scroll down here. Let's just use this as an example. So I got a picture of Lucy, my wife, and I were on a hike here. What if you posted a piece of content like this a month ago, then you went and turned on professional mode? Now, will that post be visible to the entire world? And the answer is yes. Your entire profile goes completely visible to everyone on Facebook unless you've gone and manually chosen a specific audience for a post. So again, if I click on these three dots and right now I change who can see this, who the audience is, or if you did this in the past when you posted something previously and you restricted the audience on that particular post, then that audience will stay even when you turn on professional mode. The audience that was restricted previously will stay restricted. However, any of your public posts that you made previously are now going to be visible to not just your friends, but anyone on Facebook. And for me, I don't really worry about that because I don't post anything that's too sensitive or too personal on Facebook. My professional mode personal profile is for growing my business. And I suggest that if you turn on professional mode, that's the goal of yours too. No longer is your Facebook account intended just to help you connect with friends and family. No, this is a business tool that you're using strategically to grow your business. Therefore, you want all your content to be very public. So that's it. Now your professional mode profile is optimized to help you gain a bigger audience, to get more leads and make more sales, all on Facebook. And this is exactly what I do with my profile, but I do want to be fully transparent with you. I also have a special tool that helps me really grow my audience and make a whole lot more sales on Facebook. And that tool is called Unipro. If you've never checked out Unipro, you got to check it out. Go over to unipro.com. Unipro goes out on a Facebook and it finds your ideal targeted leads. It brings those leads over into your audience, helps them follow you. It'll help you grow your Facebook group. It'll help you nurture your leads and most importantly, make sales for your business. And the best part is it's all automated. Unipro has been a game changer for my business. I know it will be for yours as well. So definitely check it out at unipro.com. That's what I've got for you in this video. If this video was helpful at all, give it a like. If you have any questions or comments about optimizing your professional mode profile, go ahead and leave those in the comment section below. I'm happy to help out. And again, if you haven't checked out Unipro and you're trying to grow your business on Facebook, you got to check out Unipro. It's going to be such a game changer for you. Go over to unipro.com. Thanks for tuning into this video. Can't wait to see you in the next video.